Mercury outboard idles rough and or stalls refers to when a Mercury outboard runs in an irregular or uneven manner while in neutral or out of gear. A Mercury outboard that idles rough and or stalls might also hesitate upon acceleration or run uneven or surge when accelerating. This video discusses how to fix a Mercury outboard that idles rough, stalls, hesitates upon acceleration, runs uneven, or surges. One reason for a outboard to run rough, hesitate upon acceleration, or run unevenly or surge is due to incorrectly mixed fuel or contaminants in the fuel, such as water or dirt. Another possible reason is low fuel pump pressure. Now, in order to check for low fuel pump pressure, you will need to refer to the proper checking procedures in the repair manual. Now, if you don't have a repair manual, I highly suggest that you get one. And you can download a repair manual instantly at 911manual.com. So basically just go to the website, click on where it says Marine Manuals, click on where it says Mercury Mariner Manuals, and then select the year and model repair manual and then download it. Okay, so moving on. The fuel tank air vent is possibly restricted or closed. And what you'll need to do is check the air vent on the fuel tank. The air vent must be open all the way and free from restrictions. You'll need to check for a pinched, cut, or restricted fuel line. Also, a loose fuel line connection. And what you'll need to do is check all the fuel lines and replace them as needed. So if you see a broken fuel line or pinched fuel line, you'll need to replace that. Also, check and tighten all the fuel line connections. Also, check for a dirty or restricted fuel filter. And replace or clean all fuel filters if necessary. It could be that a needle and seat in the carburetor could be stuck open or closed. For reference, if the needle and seat is stuck open, it will cause a flooding condition. If the needle and seat is stuck closed, it will cause fuel starvation or prevent fuel from entering the carburetor, in which case you will need to refer to the carburetor adjustment procedures in the repair manual. Speaking of carburetor, it could be carburetor jets, restricted jet, or the idle mixture screw is not adjusted properly. Again, you will need to download the repair manual and refer to the carburetor adjustment procedures in the book. Improper carburetor float level. If the float level is not adjusted properly, you will again need to refer to the repair manual under carburetor adjustments. Carburetor loose on reed block housing. Make sure the carburetor is not loose on the reed block housing. If it is, tighten the carburetor nuts securely. Reed block housing loose or gaskets are defective. Using a pressure oil can, spray 2-cycle oil around the reed block housing, crankcase housing, matching surfaces, and carburetor base. If the engine RPM changes, tighten or replace the reed block housing gaskets or carburetor base gaskets as needed. Restricted or improperly routed bleed hose. To check for this, refer to the bleed line routing diagram in the repair manual. Thermal relief valve not functioning. If the thermal relief valve is stuck open, the outboard will have difficulty starting when it's cold. If it is stuck closed, it will be over rich at idle. In either case, replace the thermal relief valve. Last but not least, check for worn or broken spark plugs. And that's it. These are the most common reasons why a Mercury outboard idles rough or stalls. If you found this video to be helpful, be sure to hit the like button. If you have a question, feel free to leave it in the comment box below and I will answer it as soon as possible.